Greetings. Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. Today, it's been a while since I did my Scrabble tiles and bingo numbers, so I will have a little fun with that today. And as I was getting ready for this reading, I heard, relax, be at peace. And in my mind's eye, I saw like a light, like a bright round light, kind of up and forward above my head, and which kind of makes me think of, it literally made me think of a light bulb. So you could be beating yourself up, being kind of hard on yourself, especially in light of the last reading about admitting to past mistakes, being able to admit when you're wrong. If you're beating yourself up, that's part of the healing process, is learning not just forgiveness of others, whether our caretakers in the distant past or anyone who's violated our emotional boundaries or physical in more recent history, but also forgiving yourself for mistakes made, for say like not seeing someone's real true colors until it was too late, maybe letting them influence you to make mistakes and make unhealthy decisions towards yourself or others. Yeah, first you gotta start with forgiving yourself for all of that, and then let yourself relax. Once you've released your intense emotions, so you can process them, take a break, let yourself rest. And I find when you let yourself rest, maybe get out to nature, take a walk to help clear your head, kind of helps light bulbs go off in your head about, say, what to do next, what the most appropriate next steps would be. Okay, I got a few sequential numbers, 10, 15. I got a 19, which you could pair with all sorts of things. 1927, 1931. All right, let's see what we got. And certainly there could be things in other languages I don't see. All right, I pulled out a lot today. 2 X's. I'll give a hug, kiss, hug, kiss. Maybe this is about showing love to yourself. Giving yourself a little grace. Telling yourself that you're human. It's not to like excuse past mistakes, past behavior that may need to be taken accountability for and admitted to. But, yeah, give yourself a little leeway. Tell yourself you're human. Everyone does dumb things. Everyone makes stupid decisions. Everyone makes toxic decisions sometimes. And what's important is that you are willing to face having done wrong and admit to it and make up for it and try to do it better and yeah, be upfront and honest about having made mistakes and wanting to do better. And it helps to be able to do that when you oh look, Mulan. We'll see if that comes into play. Her. Tea. I could think of like a Gulf tea, teeing up pie. Key, that comes up a lot. Concept of a key, finding the key to your, and growth, enlightenment. Mulan could be like a female warrior, a feminine energy in the spiritual warrior battles. I don't know if that rings a bell. Tie. Makes me think of a tie in a game, like conceding stalemate, for example, forfeiting. So as not to just keep a feud going back and forth, round and round, knowing when to let go. The keys to wisdom in life. Like, I don't know, be willing to just understand what your piece of the pie is, or not needing more pie, metaphorically speaking. And some extra letters. All right. Give me a few moments to see if you see anything else in there that rings a bell for you. Maybe I'll start with just a few cards. Hey, state of the collective. Setting your course. Okay. Accepting when things need to end. Finding the keys to wisdom by accepting accountability. Showing love and forgiveness to yourself can help you bring that light bulb moment into your head about what to do next. King of Scrolls. This makes me think of someone whose command of himself, mastery of himself in learning the lessons need to be learned and communicating anything that needs to be communicated, as I've been covering today and yesterday. And yeah, clearing your mind so that ideas can come to you for your next steps. Reflecting. Okay. Ooh. This moon kind of reminds me of the light I saw in my third eye as I was preparing. So reflect on your past, on how your past, distant or recent, led to you where you are now. Any lessons you need to learn from that. Clear your head to set your course. Let any ideas come to you so you can find your way forward. Okay. Now I will go to the angel deck. Advice going forward. Ooh, this flips right over. Befriend fear. You are stronger than your fears. All right, so reflecting on past behaviors, past mistakes can be a bit daunting, especially if your ego is in control of your thoughts patterns and your mindset. Admitting to wrongs can be very scary. It's definitely scary for your ego. Fear is not an indication of success or failure. It just exists within you. As you manifest your goals and dreams, consider where fear creeps in and limits you. It's not going anywhere, so it's time to make friends with your fear. Yeah, face your fear. It reminds me of It reminds me of a scene from the show The Owl House, where Ida, the owl lady, she has this curse where she turns into this, when she loses control emotionally, she turns into this monstrous owl creature beast. Oh, this wanted to come out. This came out under this. I put it back in and it came out again. Oh, but anyway, and when she's in that creature beast state, when she transforms into that, it kind of takes control of her. She loses control. And she'll attack people and hurt people she loves, and she feels super guilty about that. And she's always terrified of turning into that. A little like Elsa in Frozen. She's so terrified of her own power because she's terrified of hurting others, right? But it's not until they embrace that side of them with love and understanding and forgiveness that they befriend their own fears and attain mastery of themselves. They they become in control. They still have fears, but their fears don't conquer them anymore. Okay, farewell. Okay, so this could... accepting ties, conceding, maybe forfeiting, conceding just the end of something, the keys to wisdom, accepting your piece of the pie. Could just be the key to moving forward. Accepting endings in light of all these ascending number sequences. Okay, 924. Look fondly on what was. It's okay to look back on the past with a thankful heart. You are letting go of things that once served you well, and they remind you that it's necessary to do so. Take a few moments now and visualize loving light surrounding yourself. Send your angels and yourself gratitude as you let go of the past. Accepting endings, facing your fears, integrating your fears. It's all part of learning wisdom. Love abundantly. That includes loving yourself, and loving yourself includes letting things go, walking away when you need to, understanding where your emotional, mental boundaries need to be in order to protect your personal peace. The love you have in your heart can be shared with those around you. Where can you demonstrate love to someone who doesn't feel any? That includes yourself. Your guides want you to donate some time today to a person or organization that would benefit from the abundance of love you have in your heart. Sign up for a local beach cleanup, reach out to an elderly neighbor, offer to babysit someone. Any action counts. Okay, that could be something as small as reaching out to an old friend you haven't talked to in a while, or someone who maybe having a personal problem and need someone to talk to, and just learn to be present and listen to them without judgment. And maybe that could be yourself, just journaling what's on your mind without beating yourself up. Important relationships. See value in those you love. Again, this could include your relationship with yourself. Select one relationship close to you and nurture it in an attentive and loving way. Think about how to tell a loved one how much you care for them, appreciate them, and see them in your life. Make time for them today as you communicate how important they are to you. All right, and what keeps popping in my mind is your relationship to yourself. You could be beating yourself up, as I mentioned in the beginning. Show yourself love, give yourself a little grace, tell yourself you are human. And as long as you're learning the lessons and applying them and striving to be better as you go forward, that's what's important in clearing your karmic debt. There. Immunology going. Advice. Your hard work is paying off. So if you're doing the work to process emotions, brace your fears, analyze your past mistakes, and figure out how to do better going forward, and then your hard work is paying off. And I always think of, the mergoat, it's like, makes me think of like the evolution of mammals from the sea creatures to land creatures to, apes and all that, and humans. So you're evolving as long as you keep pushing yourself to improve. You're very close to achieving your goals. So, okay, then it's the last step, maybe not the last step. There's always more to learn. There's always more wisdom to gain. More to learn about yourself, but the key to healing, the last step could be learning to forgive and love yourself. Bring love into the situation. What did I just say? So this seems to be all about taking a time out to learn how to pour love into yourself. Forgive yourself and maybe start practicing positive affirmations. You can look up some on YouTube or something to follow along with, and just as you repeat the ones they tell you to say, just try to get into a meditative state, nice slow breathing, sit there quietly, and even if you just say it in your head, just try to vibe with the words. I find that does help. That did help me a lot when I was starting out on my personal healing journey. Okay, I hope that has helped someone out there today. I will see you next time.